Hello and welcome to this episode of Pussy, Mind and Soul. This is a podcast about business and spirituality. My name is Sophia Tome and I'm hosting this podcast. This episode is dedicated to a woman called Anna. And Anna, if you are hearing this, you know who you are. You are the one who brought me and Ruby together, and I'm so grateful for that. Thank you for suggesting this week's guest and for introducing me also to her work with that. So who is Ruby? Ruby May started exploring menstrual cycle awareness because she was interested in feminine leadership. And in this podcast episode, we have a really wonderful conversation about how the world would change, how we change, how the way we work and wonder about being alive changes when we are living more and more cyclical in alignment with our cycle. She shares a bit about her story, what the topics were that she worked before, and also she's in a very interesting moment, and about this we also talk because I was in that moment before too, and I will be again for sure, and I'm sure you know this moment too. It's this moment when the old is not quite right anymore and the new is not clear yet. So we also talk about this. And we talk a lot about leadership and how embodiment of menstrual cycle awareness changes or can influence the way we live and work. And I wish you a wonderful time listening. Especially to you, Anna, but also to everyone else. I really enjoyed being in Ruby's presence, being in Ruby's energy. I felt so calm after this conversation. And if you feel touched, inspired by this podcast and you would like to give something back, then consider donating via the link in the description. It's a simple PayPal link, and I love to receive amounts like €11.11 or €7.77 you donated to this podcast already, and I love it. And if you feel inspired, also type in a few words because I read every single note that comes with the donations, and I'm so grateful, and it feels so good to receive that from you. So this, and if you want more from Ruby, but first enjoy the conversation completely for free, and if you want to dive deeper into menstrual cycle awareness, into exploring your own cyclical nature together with Ruby, then check out the show notes because there I have many links for you to her upcoming programs and offerings, and maybe that's something for you. Enjoy listening. Thank you, Anna, and that's it. Hello and welcome to a new podcast episode, and I'm not alone, but Ruby is here. And I'm super calm, excited. I'm very happy to spend a really nourishing time with you now in this conversation and to learn more about you and your path and your wisdom and your questions. But first of all, welcome and thank you so much that you took the time and that you want to be here with me and with us.
Oh, thank you for the invitation. Happy to be here.
So the reason why you are here is because someone made that wish. Someone asked me, can you invite her? She's amazing. I really would love to know more about her path and how she is doing things, living life, getting work done. And I just told you off record, and I'm gonna
tell it again. I just had a little second of panic and I was like, oh my God, I don't know who she is at all. I'm not prepared. I haven't read through your CV. I don't know what you've done. But I think it's actually a really good point to start from. So if you would be me, how would you introduce yourself?
Oh gosh.
How would you like to be introduced?
Well, it's tricky, no? Like I really struggle to put myself in some kind of category, because if you look at my path, it is always evolving and changing. So I can tell you the kind of themes that I've been researching and working professionally with. So my background is working with intimacy and human connection and sexuality. And then I moved on to working more with women. And my research over the last years has been exploring the deep nature of the womb as a map of the feminine. And there's a kind of activism in that, because I feel like the world is calling for us to come more into balance with these, whether you want to call it feminine or something else, but it's about balance and integration within us, regardless of gender.
That sounds amazing, and I'm very excited. But I would also like to start a bit in the first theme that you said. You started working in intimacy. How did you get into this? How was it? And when was it, maybe? And yeah, and then I have another question. But first, I want to hear the answer.